How much do you know about Call of Duty Black Ops 4's Blackout mode? Lucky for you, we're your one-stop shop for all the ins and outs. Here's everything you need to know before you dive in and start racking up headshots. While Black Ops 4 doesn't feature a typical single-player campaign, it does boast a trio of multiplayer modes: traditional multiplayer, zombies, and Blackout, Call of Duty's take on Battle Royale. Polygon writes that the developers never planned on including single-player, instead focusing on multiplayer interaction. It seems likely that much of the development time that would have gone into polishing the single-player campaign has instead been devoted to balancing and creating the best experience for Blackout. After all,
Call of Duty is about kicking ass!
Blackout's environment is a veritable who's who of locations based on some of the most popular maps in Black Ops history. There are several areas of the Blackout map that will look familiar to veterans of the series. For instance, Estates is based on both Raid from Black Ops 2 and Stronghold from Black Ops 3. Asylum draws inspiration from the Zombies map of Arut. The Hydro Facility area is based on, surprise, Hydro from Black Ops 2, and the Cargo Docks area is based on the map Cargo from the same game. Finally, Nuketown Island is based on the classic map Nuketown from the original Black Ops. If you've played a Battle Royale game, you're probably familiar with the idea of supply drops. Whoever gets to one of these first has a shot at obtaining some powerful weapons and other super rare loot. In Blackout, these drops take the form of mystery boxes, which contain powerful weapons and armor. Unfortunately, they also come with everybody's favorite undead monsters. The AI-controlled beasts are surprisingly deadly if you aren't on your guard. If you think you can take them all, just look for the column of light in the sky to find your way to the mystery box. One of the most compelling elements of Battle Royale games like Fortnite and PUBG is the massive player count. So, just how many people will you need to outlast when you're dropping into a Blackout match? The answer to that depends on how you're playing. At launch, the maximum player count for both solo and duos in a round of Blackout stands at 88, just a little low. For the record though, that number jumps up to 100 if you're playing in squads of 4. That's 25 different teams vying for supremacy. PUBG and Fortnite have both made major moves into the esports arena, and both still seem to be ironing out the details about how to make that work. Activision and Treyarch, however, may have a potential esports monster on its hands with Black Ops 4. The Motley Fool writes that stock markets are anticipating a massive jump for Activision Blizzard shares as Black Ops 4 gains traction, and that Blackout could follow in the vein of other esports giants like Overwatch.
You want to go to work with Daddy, baby? Huh? Yeah, you do!
Call of Duty, with its massive cultural pull and mainstream presence, could take the esports world by storm with its Blackout mode. Traditionally, vehicles don't play a huge role in Battle Royale games, but that's changing in Black Ops 4's Blackout mode. Not only will there be typical wheeled rides you might expect, but there are sea and air transportation options as well.
Hell yes!
So far, the land vehicles include a 2-person ATV and a cargo truck that can transport an entire team. There is currently a small 2-person boat that can take to the waves and a transport helicopter that can fly overhead and bring death from the skies. Be careful with that last one though. If the pilot is shot out of the sky, it's a long way down for the rest of your squad mates. It seems likely that more vehicles will appear as new maps are added and the gameplay wrinkles are ironed out. We know what we're looking forward to.
Cars, red cars, blue cars, white cars, yellow cars, super fast cars.